my background. Wait till we went live. We're waiting for folks to join us, right?
We are live, all the way live. Waiting to get a couple folks to join in so we can have our Long Beach Forward 2020-2021 chat today.
Where we all belong, a place that is home, a freedom we know, a world we can show. Feel it in your hands, feel it in your hands, feel it.
Welcome, folks. Hey.
We need a phenomenon, a place where we all belong, a place that is home, a freedom we know, a world we can
Hey,
show.
Long Beach. Melissa here from Long Beach Forward. We're going to have a staff online chat today. And contrary to the content on our post, we're not talking about Election Day because we got through that already. We're going to be talking about 2020 in review and our hopes for 2021. So welcome. We're going to get started in just a moment.
Can we get names of folks that are joining us so we could give them shout outs as we're waiting? No?
Let's take a look who's watching us. We've got 10 people on live. Not sure who they are quite yet, but Marlene, I think we can go ahead and get started. So let's begin our conversation.
All right, welcome, folks. Thanks for joining us. This is our end of the year wrap. Hey, look at all of our faces.
Woo-hoo.
Welcome. We're really excited to be having this conversation with our folks and trying to really highlight what happened in 2020. We want to have a moment to let our faces be seen and also welcome a lot of our new folks, including myself. So we wanted to take a little bit of time to just have a conversation and be in community in whatever version that might mean at the moment, given the fact that we can't see everyone physically. We just want to, give a moment to actually hold some space and talk about the stuff that happened and the things that we're really hoping for the next year. Before we do our introductions, we want to thank everyone and highlight the fact that y'all are joining us and that we really appreciate how far we've gotten this year. With that said, we want to introduce ourselves as well. So I'm going to hand it over to Jose, who's going to introduce himself first, and then we're going to actually introduce ourselves by team. So whenever you're ready, Jose.
Thank you, Marlene. Hi, everyone. My name is Jose Beltran, and I am part of the Children and Families team. My pronouns are he, him, and his. And I'll pass it on to my next colleague, Nubia.
Hi, I'm Nubia, and I'm the parent organizer. My pronouns are she and hers, and I'm also a member of the Children and Families team. I'll pass it on to Andrew.
Hello, folks. My name is Andrew Mandujano, community organizer with Long Beach Forward, part of the Children's Family team, supporting the Best Start Central Long Beach initiative.
Hey folks, my name is Marlene and I am the incoming associate director. I'll hand it over to Elsa.
Hey, I'm Elsa Chung, she, her, hers on my gender pronouns, and I'm the land use program manager.
Hello, I am Lydia Flores, and my pronouns.
Yep, go ahead, do it.
My pronouns are she and they, and I am part of the Children and Families team.
Hi everyone, my name is Mylea. I'm an organizing fellow and my pronouns are she, her, and they as well. And I'm also part of the children and families team.
Hello, my name is Michael Dixon. My pronouns are he and him. I am the program assistant, also with Star.
Hey, I'm Melissa Morgan. Welcome everyone. I'm the communications director with Long Beach Forward.
Hi everyone, my name is Diana. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the communications coordinator.
Hey everyone, I was going to say Friday, it's Thursday. Let's all pretend it's Friday. So happy Friday, happy fake Friday. My name is James. I'm the incoming executive director and my pronouns are he, him, his.
Hey everyone, I'm Christine Pettit. My pronouns are she and hers, and I'm the outgoing executive director.
Hello, you beautiful people. My name is Ariel. Pronouns she, her, and hers, and I'm the operations manager.
All right, I think we got the whole team here. We're celebrating the winter spirit. We're ready to kick off a nice, long, well-deserved break. Maybe some of us will be working on our passion projects over the break, reconnecting with family, social distancing, and celebrating the best we can. So obviously, this has been quite a year, this 2020, and I've been reflecting on, it hasn't all been trash. There's been plenty of dumpster fires and a lot of obstacles we've had to overcome, but I've been just so grateful in how this team and the community has worked together in so many incredible ways to really address serious issues that impact all of us. And so let's talk a little bit about our milestones. What have been the biggest milestones in 2020 at Long Beach Forward? We've got Andrew, Diana, Elsa, and Christine are gonna let us in on some of their thoughts of what do you think we've overcome? What have been some of those milestones? Andrew.
Yeah, again, so my name is Andrew Mandujano, community organizer here at Long Beach Forward. Forgot my pronouns earlier, so I apologize. Pronouns are he, him, his. It has been a great honor to build community knowledge and power within the Best Start space. A milestone I'd like to highlight is the profound work we've done to advance housing justice in the city. Members of our leadership team in partnership in the Best Start space have continuously fought tooth and nail to keep the fabric of their communities intact. And this has been exemplified by their continued resilience in fighting displacement for their children and their families. The work that we've embarked on has prevented the displacement of thousands of families in the city of Long Beach. And it first began in February, when we worked with other tenant rights organizers such as Maria Lopez, Norberto Lopez, and the broader Housing Justice Coalition to lessen the impact of a loophole that exists in the Tenant Protection Act. Then adopting an eviction moratorium for non-payment of rent during the pandemic, setting the foundation for a rental housing division and tenants having legal representation, which a colleague of mine will talk about shortly. And adopting a law to prevent tenants from being harassed. And many of these policy wins were advocated, through car caravans that these individuals, right, who were directly impacted, helped organize. And while all of these can be, seen as individual milestones, I really wanted to highlight the renter power and its momentum as the milestone itself. And I'd like to end, this with a quote who I got from one of my mentors. When renters rise, cities thrive. So that's mine.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for all the work you do in connecting with community and helping them to feel heard. I've learned a lot just in a couple of months with getting to know my colleagues and the kind of care and time it takes to get to know people, to build trust, to build relationships. It's so key to the kind of work that we do. Andrew, I know you put a lot of heart into it and sincerity. Diana, what are some of the milestones we've overcome? Comms team and Census and all the great work you've done. You're one of our newest full-time staff for 2021. What do you think has been the biggest milestone to you?
A milestone of ours was definitely the census campaign. The stay-at-home order started right in the middle of that, and we had to pivot an entire campaign that consisted of like so many events that included physically interacting with the community and like actually presently like interacting with them and getting them counted into a digital campaign. Where we could safely, connect with the community. But later on, we were able to do car caravans and door hanger drops. And we had so many volunteers, like community members that wanted to volunteer to get their community counted. And I think that it was just such a wonderful thing to see everyone safely be able to come together during a time that we had to be socially distant. So it was nice. It was really nice. And we had some amazing partners that we collaborated with. And it was a stressful time, but I think we all came together and we got through it. And it was really nice to see all that.
Thanks, Diana. How about you, Elsa? All the land use work that you do, what have been some of the milestones, or what's the one that really stands out for you this year?
Yeah, so again, I'm land use program manager, but maybe one of the things that is not reflected in my title is my involvement over the past several years in Long Beach budget advocacy. And so I really want to highlight the Long Beach People's Budget Campaign this year and in previous years, but this year was super, super special. We were on the heels of the incredible uprising, the incredible painful and traumatic yet uplifting and awakening uprising led by the Black Lives Matter movement. And with that, we anchored a people's budget campaign that loudly and proudly said, defund the police. Honestly, it was the most explicit that this campaign had ever been about defunding police and reallocating those city funds to community services and infrastructure and needs. So out of the ashes of tragedy, I think we have built an incredible people's budget movement, the biggest one we've had yet, and we've been organizing the people's budget since 2018. So it really has been a milestone with some significant and concrete victories. And I'll read off my notes here. This People's Budget Campaign was the largest, involving many, many community partners, centering Black Lives Matter. And with that, we won $300,000 in structural funding for the Long Beach Justice Fund, that is deportation defense for our undocumented neighbors and community. $250,000 for seed money for a right to counsel program for tenants, which actually has just recently been adopted and executed, I guess you could say, in terms of a contract with LA County. $200 in structural funding for language access every year moving forward. That's been a big fight for many, many years. An additional staff person in the Office of Equity dedicated to implementing language access. A commitment to begin providing Spanish interpretation at all city council meetings without having to make an advance request 24 hours in advance. I mean, this seems basic, but actually this is something we had to fight for year after year after year. And this year we did. And finally, we have the beginnings of a rental housing division in the Development Services Department. This right now is going to be one staffer who is dedicated to rental housing and particularly tenant and landlord issues and needs and rights. So yeah, for so many reasons, this People's Budget Campaign was a milestone, was a landmark, and really, I think, set the foundation for people's budget organizing and budget advocacy organizing in the city of Long Beach for many years to come.
Thanks, Elsa. Christine, this has been a huge year for you. A lot of transition and change. You're venturing out to explore some of your passions and exciting things to come. What has this year been like for you? What do you feel like has been a big milestone for Long Beach Forward?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, it's definitely a big year for me and for the organization. Just hearing what Andrew, Diana, and Elsa lifted up, I think the through line there that I've really seen, it's not so much one milestone, one campaign, but it's really the passion and the commitment of our team, of our community members, and of our partners to really still fight for justice and even ramp up those efforts and pivot and shift in all sorts of different ways as we saw the pandemic, as we saw the uprisings, and as we saw an election that brought out a lot of angst and uncertainty. So for me, what's been really grounding is the passion and the commitment of everyone in our community to continue building and to not give up even in the face of adversity and tragedy. So that's been really inspiring to me. I've been an anchor, and I'm just really proud of all of the ways that everyone here, our team has showed up, but also the ways that we've been connected to the community and new people who come into the work. We saw parents really advocating to the school district, not only for their children and their experience learning at home, but also for Black students and the inequities that we continue to see in the school district. And absolutely those key victories for housing justice, keeping people in their homes, hard to shelter in place when you don't have a home and you have that insecurity. And even the fact that we were able to help use our parking lot to support mutual aid efforts and food distribution, diapers, early childhood education kits. This is not stuff that we typically do, but we knew groups were doing it, and we wanted to provide that support to really help meet people's basic needs. So it's been an awesome year. I mean, I know it's been a really hard year, but the way that everyone keeps fighting for justice and supporting one another is truly awesome.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for highlighting the amazing work that has happened in our community. I just want to take a second to thank all of you and hype y'all up and say thank you for all the amazing work that you have done. There's a lot of labor that goes into these victories, and they're all thanks to community being at the forefront and y'all providing that crucial support for it to happen. So our staff is dope. We're great. So as we're pivoting and highlighting the amazing work that has happened, we also want to put our intentions and aspiration for 2021 up in the air, because words become reality, and we want to create that vision for our community as well. So in that feeling and spirit, I'm going to hand it over to Jose, then Nubia, Mylea, and Lydia to actually share with us what are the aspirations and hopes that we have for our community this coming year. So Jose, you ready?
Yes, thank you again, Marlene. Yeah, I am hoping that all of us that are recent additions to the Long Beach family will be able to support
this
ongoing
coming
programs.
year. So Jose, you ready?
Yes, thank you again, Marlene. Oh, sorry, there seems to be a lag. I heard an echo on my end. As I was saying, yeah, I hope that all of us that are recent additions to the Long Beach family and Long Beach Forward staff family will be able to support the ongoing programs and projects, but also be called upon to support unfolding events, such as the one that Andrew mentioned, right, where tenants are getting harassed despite recent victories. I'm also hopeful that the ideas that we bring will make long-lasting contributions to the children and families that call Long Beach their home. I'm committed to the continued empowerment to these underrepresented families and foster their growth and their leadership. We do want families to take the lead in a lot of these fights that we sometimes spearhead. So those are just some. I'll pass it on to my colleague.
Nubia, would you like to also share the hopes and aspirations we have for our community?
I think for me, a big goal, seems basic, but it's tremendous. It's huge now. It's to be able to gather in a healthy and safe manner. So much of community organizing, especially in the parent space, is to be able to come together and connect physically. Sometimes parents are islands unto themselves, just in their home. And there's a lot of, power and healing and being able to come together and connect with other parents, and then really just process through that, and then really get to work and deliver actionable change. So that's my big goal, is that we are able to have as many people within our community of all neighborhoods of Long Beach be able to gather and offer space in a healthy and safe manner.
Thank you, Nubia. The human connection and being in each other's presence need is real. How about Mylea? Mylea, what are the hopes and aspirations you're holding for us?
Hi everyone. So I'm still new to the team, but I'm really hoping to get even better at like helping people become the people that they want to be, and to make even more positive impacts on the world around me. I'm like aspiring to become even stronger at uplifting others and to learn how to better navigate like issues at home and to bring new inventive solutions to the table. I really just want to learn and to grow and to get even closer to everyone that I'm working with. And to overall help build up our mission of creating healthier communities and getting more people involved.
Thanks for sharing, Mylea. Lydia, what are your hopes and aspirations for community and yourself?
I've got to agree with Nubia. The ability to fully reconnect with one another is incredibly important, especially to continue being involved with community organizations, groups, and their own neighbors. Specifically, the fact that the digital divide has been such a problem. Once that is no longer a problem, I really hope that everyone is able to feel much more supported and connected with one another again.
Thanks, everybody. Such a cool team, a lot of diversity. We bring so much to this team and put a lot of work into the kind of culture we want to be as a staff, as well as how we want to work in the community and support our incredibly diverse community. So we are moving to a very special part of our time together. Just really want to share the gratitude we have for the many, many partners and coalitions and spaces that we get to work in and with. So I'd like to pass it on to Ariel and James to give some shout outs and to really just tell you all how much we thank you for everything you've done this year in Long Beach.
Thanks, Melissa. I know we have a check-in scheduled right after this, but I'm going to reschedule that because I'm going to go cry after this because that was so beautiful. So thank you all on the team for sharing all of that. As Melissa said, we don't have 2 hours, so we can't thank, it's impossible to thank all of the folks who have made 2020 such an amazing year, but we're gonna do the best that we can, and Ariel's gonna join me in giving some thanks and shout outs to folks who have really made this truly a memorable year beyond so much that has happened. First off, we want to thank all of the Building Healthy Communities Long Beach partners, and of course the California Endowment for wrapping up this year. And of course, as many of you know, Building Healthy Communities is a 10-year initiative that is about to end. We're in this tail end, and we've done a lot of work to really look back and be proud of all of the accomplishments, all of the struggle, all the great things that we've done. So thank you to all of you who have been involved in that initiative.
I personally want to thank the Best Start Central Long Beach partners, our leadership team members, and our First 5 LA. Because of your awesome work, we were able to provide the Mutual Aid Fund. We were able to provide kits for our families, but also trying to connect our families still in this awesome need of connecting with and our children to be able to continue to drive this pandemic.
2020 is also the year that we were able to wrap up and complete the most gnarly census count, I'm pretty sure, ever in the history of this country. So huge shout out and thanks to all of our We Count LA and We Count Long Beach partners who put in a lot of historic work, especially our partners at the California Community Foundation and the City of Long Beach. that we were able to partner with and make sure that hard to count communities were included in the census. And now that was just the first part. We got a lot of work coming up in the new year, especially on redistricting, so stay tuned.
We also want to thank the nonprofit partnership, your dedication and passion to continue to support our partners and to be able to provide funding for our COVID efforts, especially to continue this work even during the pandemic.
And speaking of COVID, we also want to give a special shout out and thanks to the Greater Long Beach Mutual Aid partners, volunteers, every single individual, family members who have been part of that effort. They have been working tirelessly out of our parking lot on Thursdays every week since this pandemic hit to deliver groceries and food to families in need, but also to so many other partners that are part of our other efforts who have been giving direct relief to different families, to individuals, to young people. You all are the true heroes of 2020, and we've just been so honored and privileged to support all of you in doing that great work.
I personally want to thank our Long Beach Forward team, my familia, as we're all been separated from this COVID and not being able to come together in our office and just continue to thrive as a team. We continue to thrive in our own separate homes and continue that movement. And every single one individual, our newcomers, our oldie but goodies, have all continued this awesome work and continue to drive to be able to give our passion and our inspirations to our community for a better Long Beach.
And also shout out to Ravi, who is our Children and Families Program Director. She could not make it today, but she's probably watching from bed. So Ravi, we hope you get better, and we miss you. And thank you all, and thank you for joining the team this year and being part of this crazy effort. But last but not least, we want to give a huge thank you and shout out and major love to all of our community, our Long Beach and beyond community, all of the families that we've worked with who've been able to share connection with us, share your highest hopes and your biggest fears, especially as this has been a tumultuous year. To our supporters, our contributors, everybody who's helped out in any way, whether it was giving dollar donations, it was giving your time. You all contributed to our vision and moved us closer to making Long Beach a place where we can all be safe, connected, and healthy. So thank you so much. And now I'm going to turn it over to Christine and we're going to close out.
All right, thank you. Wow. Well, this will be my last time Facebook living with you all. We haven't done it a lot, as a team, but this will be my last time as I'm transitioning out of the role of executive director after 6.5 years with Long Beach Forward, which was not even Long Beach Forward when I started 6.5 years ago. But we grew out of the Building Healthy Communities initiative and have expanded so much. And, I just really appreciated being here today with you all to reflect on 2020 and have appreciated the way that each one of you here has really contributed to making Long Beach a more just place, as well as how many of you have really connected to my own growth and learning and just the community, those who are watching and those who are not watching, but all of the community that we work with. I'm really excited for the future of Long Beach Forward. I'm excited to be passing the baton of executive director to James, who I love to say, and you're gonna get tired of me saying, hired him my first week on the job, and he's been with me since and been with our team since and has really helped our organization grow in so many ways. And I know that he, but also all of you, will really contribute to moving this work forward in new ways and different ways. And I'm so excited to see what's next for you all, for our community in 2021 and beyond. So I will pass it on to James.
Thanks, Christine. And we've had a full week of partying. It is still continuing and celebrating, but just on behalf of the team too, we want to thank you for all of the contributions and your leadership. And I've definitely felt that and heard that from the community as well. And so there's a lot of love all the way to go around, and it's never a goodbye. It's always a see you soon. And we're still going to rope you into a lot of things. So just, don't ghost us on your email because you will be included in that. But I also want to just thank everybody again for tuning in, and really encourage you all to stay tuned and stay connected, to stay healthy. Please stay home. And any way that we can support you all in doing this work to change our community for the better, we want to be there with all of you. There's a lot of really, really, really dope stuff coming up in 2021. And I'm excited for our team to share that with you all. And my mind is just all over the place thinking about all the really cool things that we're going to be able to do together and in community with you all. So thank you so much. Look forward to the future. And I will close it out back to Melissa and Marlene. And thank you for hosting our chat today.
Absolutely. Happy holidays. Happy winter. Happy New Year, everybody.
Whoop, whoop.
Peace.